back my YouTube channel to Wild Code. This is a series, I'll say series now. It's a Terraform part 2. So I'm sharing my full screen over here. So my past part 1, what we have done it like we created the uh, like resource group. We found we have already gone through the creating the Terraform file with the main.tf. We created the resource group, we set up the Terraform setting, we created the resource, we created the resource on the Azure, and then we run the commands like Terraform apply, Terraform validate, correct. And at the last we were actually basically doing via the variable. So I just reiterate, like we have created a one variable file which is a variable.tf. We created a variable Azure rm resource group name and description. We given the default value as a my Terraform resource group from where, correct. And this we have applied it over here in our resource where Azure rm underscore resource underscore group name, correct. When I ran the command Terraform apply, you can see over here the resource group name appear over him from the variable, correct. And it was successfully run, correct. Successfully ran. And we can go to the resource group, and if I refresh it, we have the my Terraform resource group from where is available. Okay, it is saying to added for why the second. Okay, this is also added. Okay, it didn't create it for the another resource group for this one. Okay. Okay, understood. So it is taken the same source group. Okay, fine. So this way we can see like via the resource, via the variable file, we can replace the variable and dynamically we can add it. So if I show you one more way, like which is going through like Terraform uh, apply hyphen var. So here I'm actually going to give this variable name. At runtime, there might be chances if I need to update the value of the source group. So if I'm giving it like uh, my Terraform from CLI command line interface, correct, and I am going to run it, correct. You can see earlier it was from where, now I just applied at CLI. So they are the chances like you would need to supply some variable at runtime, you can see. So basically it is saying it is going to be must be replaced, so the resource was going to be changed over here. This has a change over here, force replace. Earlier we have a variable from where, now it is going to be CLI. So this is telling about it, correct. So if I press yes, we'll wait for it. Okay, it is applying. We are going. Okay, meanwhile it is going. So where we were. Okay, so we have done this variable part as well. I've shown it. Okay, and we can go to the my Azure resource group. We see. Okay, so from where it was a previous one, let's see how it is going. It is still creating. Sorry, previously it's shown, like you can see that my resource group from the where it was there and network resource group, correct. Under that I had, okay, now this is not available, so I just clicked it over here. I hope this is completing. This is completing. I'm refreshing. You can see it is replaced like from CLI. Okay, this is done. Okay, so this is part of creating the resource in our cloud via variables, and I shown it. So now next we have one output, correct. So you would have seen like there's a lot of outputs values are coming, correct, coming. So we might not be interested in all of them, but the specific one. So what it is saying, like we can define one output.tf file, and we can tell like which output we needed and what resource group id is there, correct. So let's go and create one file name which is output.tf. Under this one we need to declare it with the output, and we will tell like from the resource group we needed the id. So resource underscore RESOU or the resource underscore group underscore ID. Okay. Now value should be it is saying sure RM resource group RG dot ID. Okay. I think the same is there. Now what we are going to do, we have added the value. Okay, observe your resource output, correct? Now we are going to apply the Terraform apply. If I don't do this one right now, now I do it directly, Terraform apply. Okay, every time I'm hitting the apply, basically it is checking with the state and then doing this stuff. You can see it is saying it is going to replace. Okay, I say yes. So previously it is right now CLI, it will be changed from where this value will be get changed, because now it is taking from the variable. Now it is taking from the variable because I have not supplied into the command line. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, if I refresh it, still destroying. Okay, it is destroying the previous one and then creating. Well, I would need to see, like, we should not destroy and then create a new one. How would we do that? But there would be a, obviously it's an obvious question. I'll see that one and find like if I can create a video on that one. So this is a very initial, I just learned it, so I thought it to share with you. This is a very quick way to doing it. Yeah, you can see this is replaced and from where, and if you see it is going to create it. Okay, now meanwhile we can go to there. It is set like we can see Terraform output resource group ID. So we can find, we can run the command Terraform output resource resourc underscore group underscore ID. So it will give you that ID which is going to create it. So if you see, it is just created. So how can we check it? Terraform state. If I do, sorry, Terraform show, it will show me the resource group, and Terraform output resource underscore group underscore ID. You will see these two will be same, from where, and this is a from where, same ID is there, correct? Don't worry, I'm going to delete all this thing. Okay, this is also done. Now there's a one thing which I explain over here while building it up. They are the these values which I created, correct? Okay, so these values are in my local right now, correct? So when we are doing a development, we cannot give the client ID, secret ID, subscription ID, or tenant ID to developers or somebody to in a local, correct? This to be stored somewhere, correct? And it should be pulled at the runtime. So that is why it is called remote state. What is like remote state? It is saying like we have a HashiCorp cloud platform which help you to bring the value at the runtime, and you don't need to store at your local, correct? So it is saying like now you have built the change and destroy the instruction from your local machine. This is the great for testing and development, but in production environment you should keep your state secure and encrypted where your teammate can access to collaborate on infrastructure. Okay, the best way to do is this is by running Terraform in a remote environment with share access to state. Okay, okay, we'll cover it into the next video. We'll stop it over here and then we'll create a next video.